Good morning. Today I'm going to make super fast, super healthy, super delicious bone broth. I have a leftover ham bone. It's frozen, but that's okay. I have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 chicken feet frozen. I buy them in a bigger package, I freeze them, and I use a few every time I make bone broth of any kind. So if I make chicken bone broth, I put in chicken feet. If I make ham bone broth, I put in chicken feet. If I make beef bone broth or pork bone broth, I put in chicken feet. And it just is going to help add a gelatinous quantity and texture to the bone broth. I have leftover onion scraps that were frozen, including the skins. I think the skins add color and flavor to the bone broth. Quantities are not super important. A stalk of celery, actually it's kind of a limp stalk of celery, that's okay. And cutting doesn't matter because it's going to get discarded at the end of the process. And I have a few leftover carrots from a veggie platter. That's all in there. And then I'm going to add water. I'm going to fill water up to the top. Even though in general the Instant Pot says don't fill water up to the top, keep it an inch or so below the top. But I'm going to go pretty full on this. And it's not going to splatter because it's so liquidy, it's not thick. And then when I'm done with it cooking, I'm just going to let it completely cool and depressurize naturally, and that way I will not get a splatter all over. So let's get water in there. I have filtered water from this Berkey water filter, and unceremoniously it's just going to go in. I guess I need a little more. So if there's a little split in the video, it's because it was taking too long for me to fill up the pitcher or the jug in order to put more water in. And here I said it was going to be fast. Look at how long this is taking. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. If you can see, the water is right up to here, so it's very full. I'm going to close this up. Make sure that it is on cook and not vent. And cook it for 4 hours. And I just turned off the keep warm setting. And so it should beep here in a second saying, okay, I accept your instruction. That's going to cook for 4 hours, and I'm going to let it cool naturally, and it's done. So that's how hard it is to make super good, super rich, super gelatinous bone broth. Okay, it's processed for 4 hours. The venting has completed on its own, and unplugging it because I always do that after it's cooked. Remove the top. Nothing spilled out all over the place. You can tell these veggies are really cooked, well done. And I'm not going to eat them. So I had failed to mention I use a strainer basket, and so this is how hard it is to empty out all of the things that are not broth. So I'll take that strainer basket and put it in the sink. And then I've got all of this lovely broth, which I'm going to run through the strainer. The strainer will not pick up much, but it will pick up a little bit. And let's see what the yield is. By the way, this is a 6-quart Instant Pot that I'm using. And typically I get about 4 quarts of finished product from it. And that is holding true this time also. This is the very small amount of crumbs that made it in from the basket. And if I turn the container this way, the 4-quart line is right here. I'm going to chill this. I'm going to put it actually in a cooler with ice because I don't have room in a fridge right now. And the fat will separate. Then you can decide whether you want to skim the fat or not. And then tomorrow probably I am going to pressure can it into pints or quarts. And that's it. It's a beautiful broth. I should have tasted some, but it's hot. I would burn myself. So thank you.